Alrighty. Welcome to the stream. What up, chat? What up, chatters? Yo, Maloki. I haven't been on PlayStation Network in a very long time, so I am not that guy. There's somebody on PlayStation Network named Red Prophet. Tell them they need to come fight me, because that's my name. Whatever game they play, I bet I'm better at it. Alright? Let them know I said that. Tell them to @ me on Twitter. You heard? But, we're gonna do a little stretching here, chat. I fucking went to the gym yesterday. Kinda sore. Time I work on my back, I get like this knot from my bed in my shoulder. That feels like it's like pinching a nerve. Pinching a nerve, making it feel numb. It's weird. It's big weird. Trying to get some water in me. I'm trying to stretch. We're gonna into some Star Citizen here soon, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, let me do my little warm up. Get some water in me. We're gonna stay hydrated. I know I'm pretty dehydrated. We did a lot of work out in the yard yesterday, so today we're planning on getting a little relaxation in, because we put almost 8 hours in just like trying to put in a compressor in the back of our truck. So your boy's beat. All right. Yup. Yup. All right. Okay. Hop in Discord. Did Bobby's there? Yeah. This song's a vibe, actually. Okay, I need to go. I need to go pick up some armors.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location. Please visit us again.
All right, here we go. Bobby looks like he's over in Microtech, I think. Yeah. Alright. Pull up in the Micro Tizzy then. Pull up to the Micro Tizzy Tech with my Tech 9. They don't expect. Pull up in a whip like mine. Lock 'em down. Quantum interdike. Told them that I keep them up every single night, cause I'm a nightmare.
You are clear to launch.
You are clear to launch. But first, we gotta do a little checkup on our spots around here, yeah? Oh, actually, so I want to get this thing fully fully panthered. New Babbage, dude. Yeah, this server feels nice. I really like it. Pretty good FPS. Come on now. Give him a call.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Get it hooked up. What you been doing? Oh, my fucking ship just lost a wing. Damn, this server nice. I got a refuel too, I forgot. I would have been stranded.
Repair.
Yeah, what up?
Coffee and stuff. Drinking it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, freaking. As a W, I like went and like equipped some gear at New Babbage, and like I had 2 arrowhead snipers just like slapped onto the backpack I put on, and must have been one of the kits that I like thought I lost, but like spawned a New Babbage with and fucking took it off.
Right.
And it was like the weapons were attached to the backpack, so it's like they weren't, you know. I forget that if you have like a backpack covered in shit or like a chest piece, actually it was covered in, it was a chest piece. I put a chest piece on, and the chest piece had all the mags and everything that I had taken off of it previous.
Right.
Because I didn't break it down one by one. And so it still had a backpack attached to the chest piece that like wasn't showing in the inventory. And then attached to the backpack was the arrowhead sniper that I had like left on there. This is like a shit ton of items stuck in my chest piece, basically. It's weird that can happen, you know? You could put like bundles of items in.
I love it. I fucking love it. It's like you can put your kits together and then like store them like that.
Did you see that shit I told you about the crime stat?
Yeah, that's pretty tight.
Yeah, so the video I showed you, that's that org that I've been watching, Kate, or whatever her name is. And like,
that was the one I showed you like with the facial tracking too, like Star Citizen Kate. I think
that was her?
No, I think Expat Brat is part of that like same one.
Same org?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, they seem chill as fuck, dude. And like, they like broke into prison and they actually did the drugs. Their first idea, their first attempt, which was failed, was to bring a bunch of drugs through the tunnels and use them as ladders and like stepping stones.
Right.
And they failed miserably doing that. And then an update, this thing where we can multi-tool somebody while they're in-capped is new. It only was like added into the game like within the last year.
Yeah.
So infiltrating the prison was like 10,000 times more difficult when you had to like bring boxes in and like stack them, and it was just like more effort than it's worth, you know. But what's really cool, dude, is that infiltrating the prison is way easier than getting out, because the route in, there's a couple spots where you do need to like multi-tool up, but realistically the route in or out of the prison, you know, is designed to where if you fall, it backtracks you. Right? Like if you fall down into like a pit and like you mess up your jump, it backtracks you closer to the beginning of like the escape. So like getting in is just like literally you just fall in a couple spots and boom, you're like in the prison. It's fast as fuck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The only thing that I was thinking is like, the only constraint I was thinking of is if we did like smuggle a bunch of containers in, is like once we get to the fan, right? We have to have someone in prison get the codes and like open the fan for us. But like right as you walk up on the fan, like 10 feet before the fan, the armistice zone kicks back on.
Right.
So we're not going to be able to multi-tool past that little point. And I'm wondering if like we stop the fan and then we just start slinging our containers into the room, and then can they pick it up with F and just walk a box? Because that would save it right there. Just like sling it to them and let them carry it by hand.
Yeah. That's how it'd have to be done for sure.
Yeah,
maybe if it like, even if it lets you pick it up like that. Yeah,
well, like
this
I
one's
think about like in like Grim Hacks, like you can walk up and like you can put items in your arms in armistice. You know what I mean? Not a gun, but containers and like
right.
your undersuit and your armor and stuff like that. So like, I've got a strong feeling that it's gonna work well like that. But yeah, like it was making me laugh because like I was kind of waiting for them to be like, oh dude, we could do this and we could do that and we could do this, and they're just like, yeah, there's really no point in doing this. And I'm like, dude, where's your fucking imagination, bro? Like there's so many like opportunities that could be like made, like even like you said with the boxing ring, dude. Just the boxing ring alone is like just mad fucking content.
Look, I'm telling you, no one has any idea like the availability to like get people out of prison instantly like that way, you know.
Oh, that's insane. But like the only thing that I have with it is that like, dude, I rarely see another motherfucker in prison. Like I wish there was like a prison ledger where you could see like you're one of like,
see, this is the kick to
it.
Imagine it's we just stash them somewhere in that back cavern, and if persistence works, they're just there for the whole time we're on the server, you know. So then it's
100%.
like we just kind of advertise it. Like, look, we have the Cartel fucking get out of jail free card. You want to get out of jail free? You got 24 hours? Call the Cartel. We'll bring you a box full of gems all ready to go.
Yeah, so it used to be, Prophet, that you could like Moby-Glass. You could just fucking send merits to a motherfucker and get him out. And people used to do this shit by like wiring you merits. And now you can't wire merits. This is like the new way, bro. So for sure, like I do believe that like, you know, if we occupy a server and we successfully like take over the prison, we could easily make an event out of it. You know what I mean? It's not hard for people to get into prison at all. They can now just walk up to a computer terminal and hit surrender, and it puts you right in.
Right.
If you don't have a crime stat, and or you could drive to the prison and just like get killed by the turrets, and you'll wind up in prison, and you won't lose your kit. So, like getting into prison is not difficult. I think that, you know, they see that in the chat there's just all this like prison activity. You know, they see the event basically happening in the chat. They see like the RP ads and shit. I feel like they're gonna want to see what the fuck is. I know I would. But yeah, it's hard to like say like, oh yeah, we're on a server full of a lot of prisoners, you know. That's like the only
But it's
constraint.
like you said, dude. You say we take down like a high, like tier 5. Fucking somebody has a lot of fucking bounty hours stacked up. Somebody that's been crime stat 5 the whole entire patch. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we know this. You know, say like, because there's a lot of dudes who try to do it like that. They try to say crime stat 5 the whole time, and they're actually really good pilots and shit. So we could like fucking tell these dudes, be like, look, we got the means to get you out right now. Just send us 1 million credits and you'll be on your way, bro. You can go about, keep what you're doing. And I don't know, it would just be like an easy way to make like 1 million credits in my mind. We just we sneak in real quick, we fucking bring some boxes, and we fucking get them out of prison like lickety split, you heard? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I'd pay $1 million. Like personally.
No, we
Like,
tell
if I'm
them
in
like,
prison-
look, we're not gonna let you escape. You either stay in there or you ransom us some money.
Right. I mean, at that point, he can just server hop and save $1 million.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Like, you gotta kind of like make it want, like, they kind of are like, damn, like, this is something I want to like continue to be a part
But
of,
they
you know,
still-
and not just feel griefed and just
It's
bedlocked.
still like you're gonna be in there for 30 minutes to an hour by yourself trying to get yourself out, or like have to escape and have somebody come pick you up. But a lot of people, they'll just be like, all right, well, I'm gonna log off now because fuck that, you know.
Yeah. And there's the new, you know,
It could literally be like this thing,
beating
be
out
like,
mission.
look, like give us 20 minutes, we'll be in there, we'll have everything ready for you to get out. And
Yeah.
fucking just like, I don't know, it's just something to do. I'm not saying it's like,
yeah,
tell 'em,
no,
like,
I
look
think
like,
it's, I think it's solid. I think just $1 million is like,
go take a shit,
crazy,
go watch
you know?
some fucking you. I don't, dude. For
All
fucking
I have right now is $1 million.
damn,
Yeah. How much money you got?
I got like 4 mil.
Yeah, I just I think $1 million's a lot. I think $1 million's a lot. I was thinking like 250K.
People are making like millions an hour though. Like just
There are
farming
definitely
cargo.
some people that are rich as fuck. But are they the criminals?
I mean, criminal life pays. They're usually the dudes like stealing people's cargo and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about loads of cargo that are worth 200 to 300K. Just like when you're hauling them yourself. If you steal a whole, so I was watching like Greasy Khaleesi. If you steal like a whole load of barrel, you're making millions.
Right, because what they do when they do their cargo is they invest, right? So they might spend 1.5 mil on the haul, and they only expect to make 500K profit. But if you get it from zero, you're making the 1.5 mil and their profit.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So it's like you're making a crazy amount, just like pirating, really. Oh yeah, what am I wearing? I came here for fucking kids. I like it. I think it's pretty swag. Wow, dude, quit fucking doing that. What the fuck? Give me a fucking seizure over here, game. Okay, that's pretty fire. Now if I could just find a place where I get some backpacks in game that look pretty swag.
Dude, the 85X is a pretty badass little exploration ship, dude. It looks fucking sick. It's like the one that looks like a car.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Yeah, I gotta get these, trying to get all Panthers on my Cuddy Blue.
Hell yeah.
Cause like, I learned like, I mean, I should have thought about this before, but when you're flying like such a fast ship, it doesn't even like really have any advantage to having gimbals on it, because like it says the faster you go past like the controllable velocity point, it's like the less precise the calculations of the gimbals are, so it's like more prone to being off than it is to being on the faster you're going. So it's like pointless to even have gimbals on if you're chasing somebody down.
Right. I've never really been a fan of the gimbals, man.
I like them because they're just super simple. I like them for stuff like for bunkers, for like a bunker. You just like target the turret and then like strafe around the bunker while shooting the turret, and you get rid of it. It's like,
yeah, that is tight. I actually, dude, I couldn't even hit the turret with Fix yesterday when we were there. I don't know if I was too far away from the turrets to like do damage, but I was like targeting the turret, and I just like was definitely putting lasers on hit or on target, but it just like wasn't ticking, wasn't giving me damage readings. I think I might have been attacking the one that you had already fucking killed.
yeah, so the thing about the turrets, you have to hit the guns themselves. Like, if you hit anything but the guns, it doesn't do damage to them. I found that out by shooting it with a railgun. Dude, so like,
especially ever since I got my sticks, dude, like flying Fix with sticks is fucking, it's made for sticks. It fucking feels like it's just so good.
dude, could you imagine opening up like your bomb bay on a fucking like a bomber, and a fucking railgun shoots your bomb and as it fucking like gets ready to load up, and it just blows your shit up? That'd be wild.
That's what's, I think that they've got that nerfed right now, because I get my bombs shot off all the fucking time.
Right.
And they just like blow up like you would lose a weapon rack like normally. They don't actually ignite them. But you do get the whole weapon rack just destroyed right off, and you lose your torpedo. And it might be different with A2, you know?
Right.
Like I'm talking size 5 torps, so like an actual like bomb could work different.
Right. You got some dude on the ground that just leads you with a freaking railgun and it hits you as you open up the fucking A2 bay.
Oh, dude, it'd be fucking insane. Kate, that chick in their org, like, they fucking, their like whole thing is combined arms. So they use their numbers, and then they'll like be like, okay, everybody go railgun, and they'll like fucking all start railgunning at once, and it's just fucking insane. So if they're gonna do ballistas, they've got like 4 ballistas in a line.
Right.
You know, it's not ever just one unit.
See, that's what I was saying, like with the 890 jump. I'm curious to see if we could like drop some ballistas off on top of it, have them stage, and then like I wonder if the 890 shields would kind of protect the ballista.
Probably. Definitely. I think that it would a little bit for sure.
And then like the A90 hangar just have like extra missiles in the hangar bay to like for whoever's running the ballistas to go multi-tool more missiles onto their ballista.
See, that would be clutch, and you could probably do that right.
I almost guarantee it, dude. That's one of my ideas with the 890 jump. Like, imagine you have to come assault this 890 jump, but it's got ballistas on top. Ballistas, like, I don't know. We're gonna need like a good amount of people, obviously, to make this event happen. But ballistas out in the field, or like Nova tanks out in the fucking field, dude. Be crazy. Nova tanks are actually pretty fucking strong.
Oh, dude, they're fucking insane. Little one tap. Dude, if a Nova tank shoots an 890 jump in the aft, it's like literally, it's like a shield remover, dude. Like first of all, it's a ballistic round, so I don't even think it gives a fuck about the shields at all.
Right.
And then it hits hard. Like let's look at the fucking thing on Urkel. Let's see what Urkel's saying the damage output. I'm just kidding. But yeah, it's something that I personally think is sick as fuck. When I saw the people running the Carrack, and they have a fucking they do this with like C2s as well. But basically, you put a fucking Nova tank in or on your ship, and then you can just like shoot it off of the top of the ship, like a turret.
Right.
So people are like parking Nova tanks on Carracks and using them like turrets, dude.
See,
like,
yeah, and then like you got a Nova tank protecting the ballistas on top of the 890 jump. That'd be crazy.
The thing about the Nova tank is it can't look up very well. Like it's a very like forward-looking.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You would want them like out in the mountains. You always want like tanks on the mountains because then they can like kind of orientate themselves to shoot different.
For sure. And then the fucking like when you have it mounted on like a Carrack or like in your C2, you can literally just like turn your ship and give them the best possible angle at all times.
Right.
Like you could literally like be upside down and the tank won't fall off. It's crazy. Did you ever watch that Fury, the Starfarer's Gemini with the Furies on it?
Oh, I watched that. Yeah, that show was crazy.
Dude, I thought I was watching an update and drop pods were implemented, bro. Just because they looked so clean.
Trevor
like,
has that shit, bro.
Right, and like the craziest thing is that's like the biggest flaw with Furies right now, is that they have like one of the smallest hydrogen tanks in the game, dude. You get like 10, 15 minutes.
So can we attach them to the side of the hull as well?
Yes.
Dude,
that's basically what it is, dude. It's basically what it is. It's like they just like attach to gravity wells. Stupid easy.
Please visit us.
Like better than any ship in the game, and like they intended for that, you know. They intended like.
No, I mean, like the whole sea or whatever. It has like the panels on the side of it that carry its like cargo.
Yeah.
Like you see, so you can attach Furies to that as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
It's a gravity well.
That's crazy.
As long as it's a gravity well, as long as it's not just like a floating grid that's just like only a grid without any well. But yeah, it's a trip, dude. And like I was watching, and fucking apparently CIG's like one of the things that they're working on is NPC motherships, to where you get a mission to go fight an 890 that has a Fury swarm in it, and it fucking dumps out all of its babies on you, and you're fighting like a huge NPC fleet. That shit would be nuts, dude.
You just got a fucking RSI Perseus that drops out a bunch of fucking P-52s.
100%. Like swarms and carrier gameplay is like this is the beginning, you know. Like we're starting to see people trying to push towards that more, and more features that allow it. The P-52 is strong, dude. Like it's tankier. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's got a ballistic cannon on the front of it.
Yeah. Furies do a lot of DPS. Fucking actually kind of crazy.
Damn it! I know I should have stored my ship, dude. Fuck.
So the Nova is a size 5 cannon, ballistic cannon, and it's doing almost 5,000 damage per second with the cannon.
Right.
One Nova, and then it's got anti-air missiles too. So you get 12, 24 missiles with the Nova tank, and you can have all rattlers. 24 rattlers, just like running anti-air with the rattlers, and then you're fucking hitting whatever you do with the cannon. And then there's a remote gun too for your passenger, and you can have him rocking. And this is for like anti-infantry, like a little turret on top. You can put fucking Panthers, whatever you want there. All right, what is? E52 has 3,880 HP. And this ballistic Gatling can't
Can't take it
change
out. Nah,
That's
it's
crazy.
built into the
It's a
ship.
custom. Yeah, it's a custom one too. It comes with like more ammo.
Yeah, it's like a modified Tiger Strike. Is what they like explained it as.
Well, it's a Gatling gun, not a cannon.
Yeah, it's called a Tiger Strike. It's called Tiger Strike Ballistic.
Yeah. I thought we made Tiger Strike like regular, like Tiger Strike gun. Size 1. Size 1.
The P-72 comes with all laser repeaters, and you can it's like bulldogs, 4 bulldogs instead of 2 bulldogs on a ballistic.
Okay. So 1344. So the Fury has 4 weapons as well, but they're size 2, so we've got 4 Badger. Life is 6,614. So it's got double the HP of the P-52 and double the HP of the P-72. That's crazy. I thought it was less tanky.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't even flown the Fury yet.
They're bugged right now, and
Need
like
to assign landing bay.
I don't know if they like intend to keep it this way or what, but like you shoot like one little spit of bullets at a Fury, basically out of like it's kind of. They're like everybody's saying that the Fury is like not meant for actual combat. It's like a novelty item. When it's like in the advertising for it, like it's like the exact opposite.
It just seems really exposed to me. Like the engines are very exposed on this ship. So it's like the shields go down and it just is like your engines are getting tapped right away. Kind of like the
Well,
Cutlass.
It's not even the shields going down. They just like maybe one ballistic round. It's so fragile.
Yeah, see, that's like kind of how I see the Cutlass. The Cutlass is really strong, but someone targets your thruster specifically with a ballistic and it just tears it off and you're pretty much crippled.
Ballistics are strong right now, man. They, I think that's why they've got ammo in check with a lot of it.
I just need to work on my targeting, like targeting specific ship parts.
Yeah, for sure. I watched a video last night. It was a dude in a Gladius fighting a Fury, and he just like made one pass on the Fury, spat on him, and like the Fury like spinning. They're useless until they fucking fix it. Like basically are like you're hoping that you bring in a swarm, that your swarm can just do enough damage, but like the way it sits right now is like they're just getting swatted like flies. Better have some good fucking pilots.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle
Just like give
retrieval
them your
system.
ass over quick. And I think that's just like snub ships in general. You know what I mean? Like if you get tapped, like you've got less HP than most ships do damage in a second.
Goodbye.
Right.
So You're not supposed to be like dog fighting with snub fighters. You're supposed to fucking.
It's supposed to be like
use your
overwhelming people.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's the reason why they made like a missile variant and a gun variant. So like the missiles, just like straight swarming people with signatures, and then along with the missile signatures, you just have laser ones coming at you at the same time. You know, which like kind of. I think that's like the whole shtick behind the missile. I couldn't really like find a place for the missile ones until like thinking of like how many signatures you could produce with the missile, just like a couple missile ones, and then like make an even more overwhelming swarm of like signatures.
For sure, man. And like the what's really cool about having a snub fighter that is a fucking bomber or a little missile boat, dude, is that it fucking can't be seen from past 3K meters, bro. So 3 kilometers away, and it disappears off your radar. The triangle's gone completely, and it's like it feels like 1 kilometer. Like literally, you have a Fury on you, and they just fly away barely, and it's ding, disappears, and you're no longer targeting them. And so like being able to shoot and target them with missiles and shit outside of their targeting range, like they have no idea. It's like shooting people with size 9s with an Eclipse. Like they just have no clue where these missiles are even coming from. Nobody's on their radar. They don't see a Fury in sight at all. Yet there's fucking missiles coming at them like crazy.
I hope that's eventually how it is for stealth ships like the Eclipse and stuff like that too. So it's like it gives them a viability, like not necessarily the Retaliator. I feel like the Retaliator should be like a long range torpedo bomber for like bigger ships, and the Eclipse should be like a more like interceptor type bomber where it's like in and out and then it goes and reloads.
I watched a little video the other day, Prophet, and
Vehicle
like
selected.
stealth is
Stand
definitely
by.
more implemented into the game now than it was when me and you first started.
Right.
I watched a guy, he took the same exact ship. It was a Saber Comet, and he built like 6 different Saber Comets, and he Saber Comet? I think it was the Saber Comet, but either way, he built
Your
like 6
vehicle
ships,
has
and
been
he
delivered
did
to the
all
following
civilian parts on
location.
one,
Please
all
visit.
military on the other, all stealth, all this, all that. And it made a difference of like 3,000 kilometers, 3K, to where like he wasn't able to see them. You know, the triangle wouldn't even appear, and he's smashing tab too. So with tab scanning, it made a difference of 3K on like how far away he could discover somebody. And you know, that's not a huge difference, but it's not a huge difference, but like the stealth components definitely do a little bit right now.
Yeah.
You think we should be able to just completely go invisible?
I think there needs to be more things like the Terrapin that can activate like a cloak,
Yeah.
like specifically like an Eclipse. You know, it should be like a ghost. Like things like that are built for stealth should just be quite like the fucking the Razor ship that is built for stealth. Like that thing should just be cruising under the fucking radar up until it's like
100%.
you're on it, and then like same thing with the Eclipse. It should just be you can see like cross section, and if like it's flying low enough to where you can't catch its cross section, or if it's not flying in sight, like it's in the clouds or something and you can't catch its cross section, it should be able to hide from you.
Yeah, stealth has always been something I've really wanted, like, to just be more fleshed out. Like, a couple patches ago, I was, like, flying the Pisces as a stealth ship, and I put all stealth parts on it, and I would, like, drop my shields and, like, really, like, I'd go to the screen, and I'd kill my signature down. I'd suppress my IR signature with the button on the screen, and, like, a few patches ago, that would, like, break my ship sometimes. Like, it wouldn't come back from that.
Yeah.
But it would lower my signature, right? And it shows you your signature on the top. It's just that, like, you know, some of these stealth ships should definitely have more of a niche in that realm.
I like
stealthy,
I like the idea of
1000%
like a
stealth.
Terrapin holding its breath, and then like for if you don't get away by the time it's like timer is up, you're out in the open and they know you're there type of shit. You know, I think
Yeah, that
the
is definitely
Eclipse
sick.
should kind of have like a same mechanic. It can like come in under a cloak, like
Thank you.
just at like the
Please
last
visit again.
second. It shouldn't last very long or anything. It should be like a 15-20 second cloak maybe, and like, you know, you just come in full speed bomber, and like you know about how far they're gonna be able to see you from, you know, because your signature's already pretty low as it is as a stealth ship, and then you can be like, all right, we're about to be in scanner range, pop the cloak, you're coming in and unfucking known, dude. So it like would also give you it would make people have more reasons to have scouts like further out from their operations or in different locations, and it just I feel like the stealth ships should just have their own lane, kind of.
Imagine like a fucking cloaked hauler, dude. You can just like, you see fucking trouble and you just chameleon out. And it's all just
Right.
like a hauling ship.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, we should be able to just like drop a fat noise cloud and disappear, dude. You know?
Yeah, stealth definitely needs some love, man. It's something that's gonna change the game. Sure. I'm gonna pour some more coffee. I'll be right back.
Sure. I think it was here.
Dude, it's starting to like get to the point where I've flown almost every single ship in the verse.
Wait, so what?